That's a secret.
We're live.
Unless you follow you on social media, it's no secret.
Unless you follow your Twitter or talk about how much you love the Hawkeyes.
No, shit's a secret.
Oh, sorry.
That was for behind the scenes.
Right.
So, guys, what I told Agatha is yesterday I got home and the dog stayed here, and it's been like the world's worst Easter egg hunt. Just keep finding little poopies.
Oh.
And they're and in the weirdest places. I'm like, how did they even get their butthole there? I don't understand.
Have you seen that gif of the little dog that's got its butt up against the wall, like an extra 6 inches off the ground, and then he pushes off the wall and walks away, and there's a turd on the wall?
Maybe I should check the walls.
Yeah, you should.
Is that a chicken salad sandwich?
No, it's a disgusting morning biscuit.
All right, should we get this party rolling? Officially start the show?
I don't know. Let's see. Who do we got here? We got Bug Hunter 801, Bree Freet.
Free Mark. That's everyone in the chat so far.
You know, for a week that had like a lot of shit going on, I watched a lot of stuff.
Not me.
Here's the thing. I watched a lot of the same stuff. I'll explain later.
There you go.
Oh, like your old go-tos?
No,
Did I
new
miss
stuff.
Jonathan? Oh, yep, there's Jonathan. I missed Jonathan up there. To answer Mark's question real quick, yes, I played KOTOR back in 2005. I haven't
Back
played
when it
any
was
of the
new.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the remakes of it though, or remaster, whatever you want to call those.
Yeah, I'm tempted to get it for Switch.
I loved that game back in the day so much.
I've got
It's on
your.
Switch. Hold on. It's on Switch.
Yeah,
I
they
think,
just ported it to Switch like 2 months ago, 3 months
No, I
ago.
think
Real
it's out,
talk, I would-
this week or next week.
Real
Oh,
talk,
is it
I
not
would
out
get it
yet?
for
Yeah.
Switch.
Maybe they just announced it back
Yeah,
then.
they announced it then.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as it's not a garbage conversion that has a lot of like performance issues, I'd say
I'd get it on
Switch
Switch
for sure.
Hell yeah.
It's a
Play
good
that.
system, right? I mean, Switch.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
can play that, keep me occupied when I go visit family, my parents.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
since the
KOTOR,
game,
KOTOR is fun. That's one that I've actually played a little bit too.
the game's super old, so it's not like it needs an advanced system to run it on. So it
Yeah,
should
that
be
was
fine on
original
the Switch.
Xbox.
Oh, there
it
was
the Xbox.
there was an article on IO9 about the head of Blizzard, and about how he's always been a piece of shit. Apparently,
Oh, Bobby Kotick? Yeah, the head of Blizzard Activision,
Activision.
or the head of just Blizzard itself. Either way,
I only saw Blizzard in the headline. I was
okay,
doing
so
some rapid research this morning.
maybe
and
he
so I-
is too. But
Once you
Kotick,
accept that
yeah.
everyone's a fucking piece of garbage, life just gets like a whole lot easier.
And then it's like fun when you find out somebody isn't.
Yeah, it's
then
much
it's
more
news.
pleasant. It's much more pleasant.
It feels like news now when you find out someone isn't a terrible person.
Yeah.
Like the article I saw on Brendan Fraser the other day. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Brendan Fraser's so cool.
So he's not one of them, huh?
Right.
No, doesn't
You're like,
seem like it.
Oh, Chris Evans seems nice.
Yeah,
Pine. I hear good things about Pine.
that's good.
Well, if you want to get this going, we can.
Yeah, let's count her down.
We can attempt this. Let me get the notes. You need the notes. All right.
Do we like this view or do we like this view?
This one, the
Yeah.
big
Okay.
one.
All right.
All right, here we go.
It's in my pores.
Get on in here.
All right, here we go. And welcome back, everybody. Hi. How's everyone?
Tired.
Tired. Why is it that all these days off make everyone so tired? I mean,
I'm
I'm
tired, I have an
included.
excuse. I got boosted yesterday, so I'm just waiting for you know, the
Gombo?
the chills.
Now, did you do the double dose with the flu shot as well?
I did.
That's
My
what I did
arm
too, yeah.
fucking hurts.
Well, did you have them both in the same arm?
Yeah.
Silly.
Well, no, I would rather have one non-functioning arm than two
Then
arms be kind
mildly
of
functioning. Yeah.
ouchy. Yeah.
See, See, I went flu shot here, booster shot here, and then it was like a competition to see which arm hurt more, and it was the flu shot actually that hurt more.
The flu shot hurt more, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We have a winner.
In
When I
my
was,
case,
when I was in Oakland, I was in a Walgreens, and there was a big station to get shots, and this little kid was just screaming, like at the top of his lungs, like stuff like, "Why are you doing this, Mom?" and then you'd hear, "No, just give me another minute. Give me another minute. Nah, let go of my arm." Right?
Well, the
Like at the
lady.
top of his lungs, and like everybody else, we're all just standing around.
What are they
trying
doing
not
to him?
Oh, we were just laughing, and I looked at these older African American ladies, and I'm like, he ain't fucking having this, is he?
Well, part of the reason I also got double dosed in one arm was the girl who was giving me the shots. She was like, per Costco policy, like they say to do one in each arm, but I'll do whatever. And I'm like, hell yeah, rule breaker, do it all in one arm, baby.
she did it all in one arm. She's Rebecca Frost, everybody.
Hey, I'm not prepared with anything.
Oh, well, follow you on Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter, you gross Rebecca, where I talk about pooping after Thanksgiving.
Well, and you'll find out what she really thinks of a couple of TV shows that she and I actually agree on.
Well, we agree on a lot of
Huzzah.
stuff.
Oh, I mean, wholehearted, full-throated, though. I mean, we're
Full-throated.
we are well, okay. We are both in the bag for Yellow Jackets and Hawkeye.
So
Oh my
am I.
God, Carrie Yellow Jackets.
I know, right? He was just in Oakland. He's Shannon Barneson, everybody. Hi.
Yep.
How was the city by the? Let me cue up the Journey song here real quick. No, I won't do
No,
that. To
man,
you.
I love it there. We did have a really odd experience, though. We stayed at a friend's house. It's actually a friend of her sister's. And we walk in, and it's very sparse. It's very Spartan in this place. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh shit, Jen. These are no TV people.
Oh no!
There's no TV here.
Oh no!
I go, that's cool.
You got your phone.
Got my phone. Let's just hook up to the Wi-Fi.
Oh no.
Oh my God, Jen. These are no Wi-Fi people.
So this was
no.
this was a cave. You were staying in a cave.
I
and
called
it's,
it a cabin in the middle of Oakland, right?
Seriously, you're with a bunch of Luddites.
Well, I'm just like, fuck, I don't care, because, I don't care. And Jen wasn't having it, man. She's like pacing around this place. There's got to be a router, at least. And then she
Always travel with a router.
But she looks at me and she goes, so what are we going to fucking do? Just like sit and look at each other and talk? And I'm like, oh God, no.
oh no!
Anything with
I
that.
actually really enjoyed it. You know, they had bongos.
Oh man, you stayed. You were. You were in
That's a-
hippie. You were in hippie central, weren't you?
Oh no, they were like, this is like a total like yoga lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's
Friends
like-
of George Harrison. Okay.
Yeah, so and they had those cool little ring, you know the
Oh, the noise
Oh,
bowls.
the bowls.
yeah,
I
little
love
bowls.
those.
And
Did you learn how to do that?
I did a whole
kind of-
performance. I did a whole
What kind of cereal
performance.
G'd out of them?
I played songs. I made music, and they had a ukulele. I got pretty good at too.
Oh, good for you.
I wrote a song called Meow.
How do you spell
show it.
that?
I'm working on it.
MEEEYAAH.
It's too long to text, so I'm gonna have to email it out for Christmas.
Right. Yeah.
Send a Google Drive link.
Yeah. All right.
But it was nice.
Well, it's good.
They had a good
You-
light show thing. I just got really drunk and stoned and just stared at the light thing.
Yeah. You need to unplug every now and then.
Yeah.
He needs to unplug for at least a week. He's Too Tall Tony, Quad T.
Yeah, Tony. Tony needs
Hey.
a break.
Give me a break. Give me a
I'm all out
break.
of Kit
Cut.
Kat.
Oh, I
Break
was
me
gonna
off
say,
a piece of that.
Kit Kat bar. Which one do you
Thank
like
you.
better?
Kit Kats.
Do you like
Well done.
the first, second, third, or fourth one better?
Of what? The Kit
Kit
Kat bar?
Kats?
The third one. Third one's always the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bite right into the middle.
Yeah.
I shoved the whole
Check
thing
me
in my
out on
mouth.
Twitter at Quad T Tony or on the Gadget Spot podcast.
All right. Both Lee George Cade and Jay Whitaker are on assignment this week, so filling very big shoes. Egg Foo, everybody. Hi.
It's okay. I got my big feet.
Yeah.
Hey, it's great to be back. It's been a while.
It has been a while. It's good to see
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Tony texted me, and I'm like, I have not done this on my new computer since I got it, so
Oh, you look great.
I had to get everything tested and fixed and hooked up and level set.
Did a good job.
Looks good and sounds good. All right. Well, let's begin. Where is
And
don't forget about our host.
Oh, our host.
Carrie Jackson.
Hi.
He puts the hoe in host. It's
There
Jackson.
it is.
Monday through Friday, 6 to 10, x96.com. Back in the studio for some goddamn reason. All right.
Just in time to catch Omicron.
Just in time for a Unicron, right, Egg? Yeah.
Yep.
We got the Unicron variant coming, right? Okay, raise a glass, everybody.
Oh, yeah, it's a big one.
Well, I didn't think it was that big, but Lou Cutell,
Oh,
is it that big?
No, I'm thinking of somebody else.
yeah. I was
Oh,
thinking
well-
of the big one.
Oh,
yesterday.
well, okay. Well, the big one in my mind is Lou Cutell, who played the proctologist known as Ass Man in the Seinfeld episode.
Hey, ass man.
Higher billing than Stephen Sondheim?
Well, on this show. On this show, yeah. Cutell died last week. Pee Wee Herman reported it on Twitter. Rubens called him sweet, caring, unassuming, and slyly wickedly funny. He has been in a lot of shit. He's not just the ass man, folks.
No.
He started out
He's a boob man.
in Frankenstein Meets the Space Monster in 1965. Routinely ranked as one of the worst movies ever made. He also appeared in other films, including one of my favorites, because I also love the book, Little Big Man. In 1970, he was in The World's Greatest Lover in 77, Foul Play, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Wedding Crashers. But he played Leo Funkhauser also in a couple of episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. But it was the sixth season Seinfeld episode, The Fusilli Jerry, where he played Dr. Howard Cooperman, his vanity license plate, which read Ass Man, mistakenly given to Kramer by the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Yep. That's me. I'm ass man.
I'm the Ass Man, Jerry. And Stephen Sondheim. I guess we had to raise a glass to him.
You guess.
This guy was a music person?
As you know, I
Lyrics
believe
to West Side Story, music and lyrics for Sweeney Todd, among other pretty big musicals.
That's
Well, I mean,
why I
as
don't
you-
know.
As you know, I think live theater should be illegal. But in this case,
Yes. Harry,
Stephen-
we agree.
Stephen Sondheim, you got to say, and I heard it, I think it was Josh Gad said it, that he's been the most influential person for most influential.
Influential.
Let me help
Influential,
you out there.
thank
Try
you,
your
Grandpa.
words again.
Grandpa's getting there. He'll get there. Most influential person to theater since Shakespeare. And if you think about the influence that he had on specifically musical theater, it's pretty huge because he really did change the way that it was put out there. And I do have to say, as much as I dislike musical theater, Sweeney Todd is one of my favorite things. I've liked it since high school.
Okay, but how about Rogers the Musical? Would you sit and watch Rogers the Musical? Because
I
I would
would.
watch that for 3 days in a row.
Oh my God, you guys! We were watching that with Jen's mom and dad, who know nothing of Marvel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's all in the musical, baby.
Well, and it's we're watching and we're all just laughing, right?
Oh, yeah.
And old Scott goes, "So this is supposed to be funny."
It is to the right people. We'll talk about Hawkeye coming up.
I thought it was incredible.
It was. We have a lot to say about Hawkeye. I can tell. But let's start with a dream project of Shannon's.
No, this is always a lie.
No, it's true.
What?
This time I mean it. I'm not setting you up for anything. This
This
is genuinely something that you have looked forward to.
No, okay.
Preacher
have-
2 on TV, Electric Boogaloo.
You have squealed about this, and we got our first proof of life that this thing is actually happening this week. we got a trailer for. What was it?
So I'm so excited that I started buzzing.
Yeah. We got our first trailer for the DC's League of the Super Pets. Our first trailer.
Yeah.
Our first trailer, we got that this week.
Wake up, buddy. It is walk o'clock.
It is walk o'clock.
So
Maybe I should let him sleep. Okay.
So this is Dwayne Johnson. He's acting there, as you can tell. He's not just The Rock reading lines. He's playing the part of Crypto. He genuinely is bringing the character to life. But
And I'm up. Okay, Crypto. We'll go for a walk.
I have an owner, and he's Superman.
Let me just iron that out. They should call me Iron Man. No. My dog's the best, but he's not the greatest with other animals.
What is new with you, fellow normal dog?
I bit the FedEx guy the other day.
Who was he working for? General Zod? The Legion of Doom?
FedEx.
Of course, the Federation of X's. Not to be trusted.
What is taking my owner so long?
it looks like it might be funny, actually. You've got all the heroes are here. You got appearances from Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. They're all
Cyborg.
here.
But
Cyborg.
What's really cool, they've given them like their new designs.
Mm-hmm.
Cyborg has a big afro coming out the side. It's got hair. It looks really cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really love that when Crypto is also in disguise, he wears glasses too.
Yeah.
So no one will know who he
You know what
is.
this means for me? More new Super Pet toys. That's what
That's
I'm
right.
excited about.
That's right.
I'm the only one who didn't get any super
Okay, so I deduct points for the use of Eye of the Tiger. That's we have to deduct points for that. But we got Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, as Crypto. You've got John Krasinski as Clark, as Superman, which is a great choice.
Yeah.
Ooh, give me it.
I had 2 toilet bowls and a bidet too, which is crazy. I didn't even know that was a thing, but it's like a dog water fountain.
Anyway, you can see the trailer online. DC's League of the Super Pets, and I'm deducting points for Eye of the Tiger, but I'm adding double points for Chip. Chip is there. Well, he's just known as Chip here, but that's a Green Lantern's squirrel.
Triple points for that. Triple.
It's gonna make all the
isn't
money.
Kevin Hart Ace, the Bat Hound?
Kevin Hart is Ace the
Yeah.
Bat Hound. Natasha Lyonne is the Flash's turtle Murton.
Oh, shut up!
Yeah. Diego Luna is Chip, Green Lantern's Chip.
No!
Vanessa Bayer as Wonder Woman's pig PB.
What do you think PB stands for?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
That's all I can guess.
Or Princess Bubblegum. One of the
and
two.
and here's some
Oh.
inspired casting of Lex Luthor. Mark Maron.
Okay.
No way!
All right.
I am
Mark
100% in. When does this come out?
Soon.
May?
Let's see. Let me hang on. The notes. These notes are often wrong, but rarely lie. May 20th. Yes.
Yeah.
Is this a movie, TV show? What is
Movie.
it?
movie.
Theaters.
Okay.
Theater.
It's gonna make all the money. All
it
the
will.
kids are gonna go see it.
It will, and from the looks of it, it's going to be funny as well. So that's a bonus. Let's see. Also out online. This is so your holiday viewing. You can watch these trailers, but also out. You can watch the first 5 minutes of Jurassic World Dominion. It's just there on YouTube. You can watch it. It's due June 10th, 2022. The film picks up after the events of Fallen Kingdom, which saw the destruction of the dinosaurs' home, Isla Nubar, which made me cry because there was that sad brontosaurus there on the dock.
Yeah.
As the whole thing went under.
Allosaurus.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Those are two very different dinosaurs. Jeez, guys. Come on.
But you can watch that. It's the first 5 minutes of the movie. It's out there, available for your consumption. Let's see. Also, speaking of getting okay, I want to make sure I do this right. Oh, here we go. While you were watching things with your family, because you don't want to talk to your family, while you were watching things with your family this holiday season, chances are maybe you decided you wanted to watch Birds of Prey on the HBO
Oh my god!
Max.
I read about this. This is bonkers.
See, I didn't believe the story. I didn't like the source until I found it. It had in fact been confirmed. People tuned into HBO Max to watch Birds of Prey, and they noticed that it had been edited from its original glorious R-rated version to
in the dumbest
to the TV edited version.
TV 14.
Yeah. It's just funny, and they say it was a mistake.
Yeah, because people noticed.
App doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Well.
It says, if you notice this, you're not alone. News quickly spread on social media about the change. So you missed all the raunchy visual gags and swears and Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn flashing her middle finger. Instead, they went to all the trouble. This is what blew me away. They went to all the trouble to digitally, instead of her flipping a middle finger, she does two fingers. They went to all that trouble.
My favorite is they censor Renee Montoya's shirt that says "I shaved my balls for this." They censor the part that says my balls.
What did it just say?
It was just a blur. It was just a. I'll find the photo.
Oh, that's
it
not
was
even
just a blur.
That's not even a good edit job.
Yeah, you're not even trying.
It was really bad.
Phoning it in.
Spokesperson for Warner Brothers confirmed that the Birds broadcast version was added on accident, and that they'll hurry and get the R-rated version back on HBO Max as soon as possible. So, but this brought up I followed this on Twitter. This brought up a good argument for, and I don't know where any of you land on this. Egg might agree with this. It might be important to have physical media. You know, owning the Blu-ray, owning the disc, actually owning the film.
I always say that if there is a piece of media you really love, you should definitely own a physical copy of it, because, and not a lot of, hopefully everyone here and listening understand this, but when you watch something on a streaming service, or you subscribe to something like Game Pass, or even if you, quote, purchase a game, end quote, on like Xbox or PS5 digital platform, you don't actually own the game or the movie that you're watching. You own a license to view it as long as they have it on their service.
Oh, so it's like an NFT?
No. Much worse, actually. Yeah. So yeah, if there's a chance that whatever that media is you love, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, they could lose the rights to have it on streaming, and all of a sudden you can't watch it.
Well, there was that argument that was made on Geek social media, but then of course social media took it even more sinister. Ooh. To what if a certain piece of media was deemed wrong or offensive. Yeah.
Sure.
And, the powers that be decided to get rid of it, and you wouldn't have it anymore.
We're going to have a DVD burning party, but not that kind.
See, and my view on it is the convenience of owning a license for it is great. Mm-hmm. But if you're afraid of it being destroyed at some point off of their servers or whatever, own a copy of it. And same. You could extend that argument to Kindle books as well. Mm-hmm. Same thing.
Well, I have a rather extensive iTunes library here on my iPad and on my phone, and I make sure that I download them all. Mm-hmm. So I have them. I have them as long as I have this iPad, right? That's how that works, right?
Yeah, but you could also, if you wanted to, put iTunes on your computer and download it to an external hard drive or something. As long as you own a license for that song, and it's not just part of your Apple Music subscription streaming service or something. Yeah, you could.
This is. I buy them and I download them. I don't just let them sit in the player. I download them into the memory. All right, and then before we go to break, this wonderful little bit of media found its way to me. Who's been watching Cowboy Bebop? The live. You watched all of them.
Yep.
The live version, and it's quite enjoyable. A lot of people complaining about it.
Of course.
Yeah. But Now I watched this scene, and then I found this alteration of the scene. This is from, I think, episode 4. It's where they're in a restaurant. It's
They're beginning.
Jet Black and John Cho sitting in a restaurant talking about food.
Like,
now the person who fixed this audio fixed it. He said he felt that it was kind of awkward without the things that he added, and then he realized it really feels like dialogue from Seinfeld. So here we go. All you have to do is Google Cowboy Bebop Seinfeld, and you can find this audio here. So here we go. Oh, now it's arguing with me. It's thinking. I had it all queued up and everything. I'm sorry, folks. This is embarrassing.
yeah, we heard you play it earlier, and now
Yeah, it worked fine.
not working.
Let me refresh. See what happens here. All right, let's try it again.
We haven't had a fancy meal in weeks.
Fancy.
Yeah, look at you. Actually smiling.
Yeah, probably at the prospect of unlimited fake cheesy bread.
Yeah, well, whatever it is, I'll take it. Your brooding the last couple weeks has been getting on my nerves. Ugh, I love this place. You know they have bidets in the bathroom? Damn things are addictive.
Please tell me you're talking about the bread.
Quite therapeutic. And that gentle warm water really eases the stress while washing out the nooks and crannies.
Stop. Take
Next big score, I'm getting one for sure. Maybe 2. 1 for each foot.
it. Jet, a bidet is a toilet that cleans out your asshole.
You guys are so lucky
Oh.
that I ran into you.
Oh
my God.
Now, see, they should have had some audience cheers when she came in.
Water.
I'll be right there.
Please, help yourself.
Okay. So the craziest thing just happened. I was at the Opera House when 3 eco-dicks in gas masks stormed in and released this gas that starts turning people into trees. No shit, trees. It was nutbags.
She's high.
6 bags in her eyes.
Right.
Being a stardust would be my guess.
I'm not high, dickwads. I'm telling the truth.
Only cosmic crank makes you sweat.
In eco-terrorists have unleashed a chemical weapon inside the Seoul City Opera House. According to eyewitness reports, the toxic gas turned people into trees. Are you serious with this? Oh shit, that's nutbag.
I was thinking 60
I figured, because I watched that, and I figured when you said Seinfeld, I was like, oh yeah, that should go pretty well. No, that is like dead on.
That is Seinfeld dialogue.
Right.
I pictured Elaine running into the restaurant and sliding into the booth.
That's why I was saying that they should have had some "hey" when she appeared, because they always that would have been great. Anyway, there's something to look forward to.
That's awesome.
All right, we'll take a break, and after these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey, be quiet down there.
I'm gonna go blow my nose.
Let's see. I guess Bug Hunter likes Cowboy Bebop.
It's because he's got good taste, it sounds like.
And Andrew is watching us and putting up the Christmas tree.
Aww.
Pretty good day.
I'm glad we're part of your Christmas tradition now.
Guys, on Thanksgiving, I had a bloody nose that would not stop. I was Googling how long before I go to the hospital.
Oh, jeez. Well, how long was it?
Between 20 and 30 minutes.
Okay, so
that's when you should go to the
that's the
hospital. For
cutoff.
me, it lasted around 10 minutes.
Okay.
But I'm I'm really susceptible to bloody noses, so I was like, oh, this will just go be gone in a couple minutes. Oh no, it just kept going, and I'm like, oh no, I am at Thanksgiving.
You do that thing where they cauterize the inside of your nose.
Yeah, I should.
One of my siblings, I won't say which, had that done.
Oh, I had
watching.
No.
I had a former boss who had to have that done because he kept having nosebleeds. Ew. I just can't imagine. All right, I think I've got.
Is that my phone? Might be my phone.
Oh, it might be mine. Sorry.
There we go. All right.
Should we get going?
Yeah. Shannon looks like he's sitting down right now.
All right, here we go.
Shannon, are you just wearing boxers?
I think those are pajama pants. I hope they're pajama pants.
They're pajama pants.
I just saw a fun
goddamn
pattern and I made an
savage.
assumption. You're in your own home.
I was gonna be walking around with my underpants in front of strangers.
I wish you would.
Oh, now Briefree mentioned something that I've heard. I've heard this about nosebleeds. It says cayenne pepper can help your nosebleeds. So
I
you
gotta
like
stick that up
no.
there.
She says Cheyenne.
She says
pepper.
Cheyenne pepper. You got to go get pepper from Cheyenne.
Cheyenne, Wyoming.
I
Yeah.
think she means cayenne.
I know.
You got to stick it up your nose.
But apparently, I guess, yeah.
That sounds way worse than a bloody nose.
I think I'd rather have a bloody nose. Yeah.
I'll just bleed to death. Thank you.
No thanks. I'll just die.
All right.
You must go in to. Your pump's not working. You must go in to talk to an associate. No thanks. I'll go get gas somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly what I do.
What? No, I'm out.
No, there's another one a block away. I'll go there.
I will go there rather than talk to anybody.
All right, here we go. And we're back. Okay. Now we saw someone in the chat room earlier saying that I'm enjoying Geek Show and setting up my Christmas tree right now.
That's so nice.
Isn't that nice that we're part of this?
Thank you for waiting.
Till after Thanksgiving.
So many of my neighbors just have all their Christmas shit up already, like weeks ago.
I admire my neighbors as well with their restraint. They waited until Thanksgiving Day to turn on their lights.
That's very nice.
I was at the liquor store yesterday, and they weren't playing music. They were full on playing the audio from the Peanuts Christmas special. It was really weird, but it was really weird. I'm standing there and I hear Linus doing his little prayer thing. And God bless us, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Ugh.
As you're
Peanuts.
buying like 8
Ugh.
bottles of whiskey.
Well,
God bless us, everyone.
It was all Christmas music at my liquor store as well. I went there yesterday to get some wine. We're out of white because I've been home for several days. Anyway,
I can't drink white wine. It turns me into a dumb girl.
We found her kryptonite.
Now I want to.
It's white wine.
You can't
White
just.
wine makes me stupid.
It's like Elaine. It's like Elaine in the schnapps.
Yeah.
Schnapps, yeah.
You can't just throw that out there, Rebecca, because now I need to see. I do.
Okay,
It makes
for
me
you guys.
stupid.
All right. I want to see stupid Rebecca. That's what I want. Anyway.
You get her every day, baby.
But speaking of holidays, it just kills me that we're still talking about the Star Wars Christmas special.
Like 40 years later.
We are still talking about it.
Why won't it die?
It won't die, and they're trying to fix it.
Yeah.
And
Are you
see,
ready?
It's unfixable.
I think this is why you either want to be amazing or so terrible, because either way you get remembered forever. But if you're in the middle, you're gone
Nobody
after a few
remembers
years.
mediocrity.
Exactly, but everyone remembers excellence and awfulness.
You've got a point there. Well, here is Marvel kind of trying to save the awfulness in their own way. 1978. Egg's right. 1978, 1 year after A New Hope. It says, I love this article. This is IO9. George Lucas made a terrible mistake. Intending to keep Star Wars in the spotlight over the holidays, he produced a multimedia TV special. Lucas and his company were tied up in more important matters and left most of the story and filmmaking to the TV company airing the special. Okay, now, I know that that's not true. I know that George had more to do with it than he's willing to admit these days, all right?
He's trying to distance himself.
I know that that's not true. But anyway, the Star Wars Holiday Special, the scrappy pilot plot, it says here, centers around the ancient Kashyyyk Wookiee holiday called Life Day. analogous to many of the world's winter holidays like Christmas and Hanukkah and all of that. Time for family and gratitude. Well, they're putting together a one-shot comic book
Oh, fuck you.
to try to kind of fix it. It says here it's Star Wars Life Day has been released on the Star Wars website, which reveals that the comic one-shot stays true to many aspects of the holiday special, while it says here fixing some of its biggest mistakes.
All of them? The whole thing?
One of the problems it says here, one of the problems with the special is its portrayal of Wookiees, which is cartoonish at best. The previews show that the comic is renaming Chewie's son from Lumpy to Waru, which if Lee were here, I'm sure he'd say, yes, that's his proper name.
Lumpy's just a nickname.
That's the correct translation of
his real name is, Waru.
Lumpy was his nickname.
Did they get rid of that part where Grandpa Wookie is jerking off to a weird hologram of Shields and Arnell?
No, what now?
It's there. It's there. Well, he's not jerking off, but he's certainly titillated. Interested. He's very interested. I'll say that. He's very
He's like, I'll be in my bunk.
So pick that up at Dr. Volt's and see if they fixed it.
This reminds me of like a flex tape ad. You fix it by just slapping something there on the leak. Slap. Fixed.
I have a question about our fine sponsor, Dr. Volt's.
Yes.
So I saw something online where they said that they put the door classic back on.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's this all about? Was there a controversy I was not aware of?
I guess there was a controversy. I didn't know. I was enjoying the new door just fine because it's just a fucking door.
Yeah, but what are the differences between the old door and the new door?
Yeah.
Well, it's always had two doors. The shop has always had two doors, and they just covered up the one because they had racks and things
They
set
had racks
up
in front of it, sure.
But then the new owners came in and said, well, we can redesign this and make it a little bit more efficient for everybody's needs, and so what they did was they blocked off the old door and had you start to access this new door, which was always there.
That's what people got mad at?
And you know how geeks are? I don't know why it makes a difference.
We don't like change.
I don't know why it made a difference, but it did, apparently.
Wow, how funny.
To me, it's, you go to the store. I don't care about the door.
So
anyway.
I saw they put that post on Facebook, and they were like, look, we know we made a mistake. And I'm like, what the fuck are they even talking about?
I can't believe people complained.
And then and now hearing it explained, I'm even more disgusted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When this explanation started, I thought door stood for something else. Surely it just means
door,
the entrance
just
to
a regular
door.
A regular old door.
Actual door.
But I saw all these comments of yay, and hearts, and
well, I didn't.
Finally.
I don't have to walk 5 extra feet to get to the other one.
I mean, I didn't go in this week, so I haven't had a chance to talk to Jeff about it, but I will and get back to you to see
can we get a follow-up?
Yeah,
can we get a comment from Dr. Voltz?
Well, I'll be going in to get in my hold this Life Day comic, and so I'll... unless they're listening right now, go ahead and put it in my hold.
You silly bastard.
I need to know what they're trying to do to fix this. Oh, it's fun.
I gotta see these bandages firsthand.
I do.
Read it so we don't have to.
Exactly. Okay. Maybe it'll be some Patreon content. There we go. I'll read it to you in Patreon.
It's on Comixology.
It might be. I don't know if it's out yet. I don't know.
You should read it like Neil Hamburger. You ever seen that comedian? Where he pulls it? Where he pulls his jokes out of his pocket. Supposedly, looks at him and goes, "Oh!" every time.
So I'll turn the page and go,
"Oh!" Well, here we go.
And then Waru said, "All right."
What?
Anyway.
Why?
Speaking of complaining that affects change.
Oh God.
Am I the king of the segue or what?
It was great.
You remember last week I told you about how fans across the globe, except in Canada and the United States, were very upset because their Star Trek Discovery was taken away off of Netflix.
Yes.
Okay, so
that was wild.
If you missed it last week, what happens is that here in America and Canada, we have Paramount Plus, and that's where we get Discovery. That's where we get our new episodes. And everywhere else, they made a deal. Paramount made a deal with Netflix to run it on Netflix. So everybody was excited about the premiere. And then it disappears off of Netflix like the day before it's supposed to premiere. And so everybody started complaining. Geek social media was up in arms.
I would have complained about this too. This is BS.
To the point where people were, I mean, why are you tweeting the stars of the show? Anyway, but
yeah,
it worked.
They're bringing it back to Netflix?
Paramount Plus, not to Netflix. This is fascinating. Here was the message that they sent out. To all of the international Star Trek Discovery fans, we hear you. We love this series too. This was on the official Star Trek website. This is we realize we screwed up, and here's what we're doing. But it's not simple. It's not as simple as just sending it back to Netflix, because I guess complications. The series continuing to release on Netflix, starting in countries that have already begun the rollout of Paramount Plus outside the U.S., and they're also making it available in some countries on the free streaming Pluto TV, which is owned by Viacom CBS, which is Star Trek. Each Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with simulcast releases airing on the dedicated Star Trek channel for Pluto in Austria, Switzerland, and Germany. Several of those markets and more, including UK, Germany, France, Russia, South Korea, will also be able to purchase new episodes of Discovery on select digital platforms beginning, last week. So complaining, and I got thinking about this. This is how Star Trek fans get things.
Yeah.
The precedent was set back in the 60s, or in the 70s, I should say. Because again, I'm watching that History Channel documentary about Star Trek, and this is how the fans got the show to be saved for season 3, the original series. This is how fans got the animated series. This is how fans got Phase 2, which became the movie, the first motion picture. Phase 2 was originally going to be a TV series, and then it became the motion picture. This is how Star Trek fans get things, is we whine. And we get them.
Stop rewarding them.
And we shouldn't be rewarding them. That's my point, Rebecca. We shouldn't be, because I'm seeing an awful lot of whining about the new season of Star Trek Discovery. To which I say, that's the bad kind of whining. I don't want to hear a word about Shaniqua Martin Green. She is absolutely perfect in that role and in that position. She's earned it. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, don't be whiny Star Trek babies. Is my point, I guess. That's what I'm saying.
Carrie,
Yeah.
you complain, you get doors reopened, you get fucking shit back on your TV.
That's what I'm saying, is that we shouldn't reward this behavior a lot of times. But anyway.
Speaking of wonderful fictional characters from the future.
Yes.
This is a very, very important weekend. This is the weekend, at some point, George Jetson is going to be conceived.
Oh, hell yeah. George Jetson's parents gonna fuck. Because George Jetson was born in August 2022.
August 27th, 2022.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, so...
It's coming. It's
Some
coming, the
Jetsons.
prodigal son.
That's what he said.
Some Jetsons is fucking.
It's coming.
Some Jetsons is fucking this weekend.
Well, then that just leads me to my next story.
Is it about the Jetsons? Because I will fucking freak out.
It's about future technologies, actually.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
Because I was about to bring up the whole Jetsons thing, and I wish I had a Rosie the Robot maid. I do. I wish I had the Jetsons car.
And that weird comic that they made, it was like George Jetson's mom's brain was in Rosie or something weird. Like
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's dark. Because
like
they don't treat her like a family member.
Right, and it's like or it was like her engrams were like
did they
in the mom.
Oh, okay. So it's like Vision. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
A little bit better, I guess.
Yeah. But NASA is teaming up. Now, I want you to think to yourself as I read this story, what could go wrong?
Okay.
NASA is teaming up with the U.S. Department of Energy's Idaho National Laboratory to develop a non-solar power source on the moon by the year 2030, but they need some help with the details.
Non-solar power?
Probably
non-solar
nuclear or
power.
something.
Yes.
Nailed it.
The first a request. This is again. This is so problematic. Every sentence of this story is so problematic. A request for reactor designs on behalf of NASA and a contractor of the DOE is open to everyone through mid-February. The request comes on the heels of a reinvigorated lunar program. The Artemis missions will see humans return to the lunar surface for the first time in nearly 30 years. And as human ambition beyond Earth grows, well, we need the power, is what they're saying, is it? And we think nuclear power is the way to go, but nobody wants it in their backyard. So we're going to build a nuclear power plant on the moon, and we'd like you, the public, to submit designs. What could go wrong?
I can't believe we're already fucking up the moon, and like we're not even there.
The latest Mars rover is nuclear powered.
Yeah, I don't see a problem.
Yeah, they've
with
already done
nuclear
a lot
power
of
on the moon.
nuclear
I
power
would be a little bit afraid of shipping the nuclear material up to the moon in case something happens on that. But I'm sure it's encased in crazy protective stuff.
Yeah, the latest Mars rover is nuclear powered. Lots of satellites and probes have been nuclear powered for years and years.
Yeah.
Is this like fun marketing for that new movie Moonfall?
Oh my god.
That's exactly what it is.
No. That's the story where they're shooting a satellite into an asteroid to divert it.
No, that's Armageddon.
Yeah. No, have you seen that story this week?
Yeah,
That
that's
was,
happening this week.
Oh, that's
Project Dart, I believe.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happening this week.
And my thought
or is it
they
that
already
other
know it's-
movie that's coming out? Don't Look Up.
That's another one.
We're having a resurgence of things smashing into the world.
You know,
movies.
honestly, as long as it's not zombies, I'm okay with that.
Well, I had to have Bill Nye the Science Guy explain it to me. The DART mission. He was on television and he says, he says, now imagine this asteroid is this strawberry, and this blueberry is an asteroid that's circling around it in orbit of the asteroid really, really fast. Now we're sending a missile to shoot the blueberry, and this thing's going 4 miles a second, and then we're gonna.
Yeah,
he was
honestly,
explaining it. I'm like,
feel
that's
we'll be lucky if it hits it. I mean, I'm sure the math supports the plan, but
the math supports the plan. But if
that is a tough shot. Whew.
It is a tough shot.
I want to close my eyes.
Thank you, Aerosmith.
One of my professors at Westminster was actually a friend of Bill Nye.
Mm-hmm.
It said that he's a shitty drunk.
Doesn't surprise me.
I would love to get drunk with Bill Nye.
Like mean. You know?
Mean drunk.
No.
Oh, yeah, like he gets mean.
Now I want to get drunk
You're
with.
idiots. You guys don't understand science.
I will bring a box of white wine, and Rebecca and I will sit down with Bill Nye.
Can I
She'll
watch?
get
No, I don't want to drink with Bill Nye if he's going to be mean to me.
She'll get stupid. He'll be mean.
I don't want that. Sounds like a miserable time.
Carrie will get all pink.
I'll sit back and go,
Yay!
Have you guys watched the trailer for that piece of shit Moonfall?
no.
What do you mean, piece of shit?
I think it looks
Exactly.
spectacular.
Come
Is this-
on.
Now, is this the Halle Berry?
Yes.
Yeah, and,
Our,
like, how
our friend
she
Roland
agreed-
Emmerich's making it a movie.
Yeah, it's a Roland Emmerich.
Come
Yeah,
on.
exactly. It's gonna be a piece of shit.
But it would be a
love
fun
disaster
crap.
movies.
The moon is a car or something. I don't know.
The moon. It's not Fast and the Furious 10.
It's not a real. The moon isn't a real thing. It's a,
Well,
It's an
ship.
alien. It's like an alien.
Well,
or
Bill,
some shit.
the internet's been telling me that for years.
Yeah, the
You know,
moon's
that
hollow.
The moon is not real. You know.
Fucking
It's made of
stupid.
cheese, you fools.
That being said,
So
I'll probably
excited.
watch it.
Oh, of
Shannon,
course
let's
not.
go. I will be so
What's-
excited.
What's that one that's coming out with Leonardo DiCaprio?
It's Don't
and-
Look Up.
Don't Look Up. I think that looks great.
That looks good.
So the dogs, all the dogs are going to be safe
Because
Got him.
because they can't look up.
Oh,
Or
I see.
alligators.
Oh, okay. Now wait, it's bad if you look up.
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
I'm
there's an
scared.
asteroid
Look
coming
up.
that's like guaranteed
Stirred.
to wipe out humanity.
Well,
It's,
I
So-
mean,
it's a metaphor for COVID.
It's
for
a
people
meteor
trying to ignore it.
metaphor. A meteor for.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you- hey,
meteor four.
Rebecca?
I like that.
Rebecca, have you been drinking white wine?
No, I've been drinking red Powerade. That's
Red
why
is
all
not
my
a
ideas are
flavor.
good, Shannon.
And finally,
is vodka considered a white wine?
No,
because it's not made of grapes.
Give me a bottle of Moscato.
Ooh, too sweet. I love it, but it's too sweet. It gives me a
It's
headache.
very sweet. It is like way too sweet.
I like it, but it's just, yeah.
Give me something dry.
Finally, this. Then we'll go to break, and then we'll find out what you guys are consuming. A couple of quick things here. The Dead Boy Detectives. Now, this was in Doom Patrol.
Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah, they
this
made
is a weird story.
They were in an episode of Doom Patrol this season.
They did 2 or 3 episodes, and I thought, now this is a DC property. This is a comic, right? Okay.
They were created by Neil Gaiman.
Oh, I did not know that part. Okay, that's interesting. But now they had these 3 actors in this role, and I thought they were fine. They were good. Well, they've decided to make a Dead Boy Detectives TV series, but they're replacing all the actors.
Yeah, that's weird.
Why? They did just fine.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I thought they were all great, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything wrong with what they did.
The only person they're bringing back is Ruth Connell, who will reprise her role as Night Nurse from Doom Patrol, a demon that controls the flow of souls in the afterlife. So, but they're replacing them all.
Some executives said they need bigger names so they can market it.
I'm sure that's
something
what it was,
like that.
Yeah.
Well, let me see. Let's see. Okay, so the 3 lead roles replacing Sebastian Croft, Ty Tennant, and Madeline Horcher. Alexander Calvert will play Thomas the Cat King. Brianna Cuoco has been cast as Jenny, the mildly punk butcher and a confidant of Crystal Palace. Jen Lyon will play Esther, a witch obsessed with youth and immortality, opposite Yuyu Kitamuro as Nico, a boarding school student intent on joining the Dead Boy Detectives, who now lives above Jenny's butcher shop. Okay. If you know the characters, that made sense to you. All right.
And how ticked off would you be if you were one of those guys that were on Doom Patrol that brought the characters to life first?
Yeah.
Hey, great job. We're going to get someone else, though.
Be like, what did I do?
What the fuck, bro?
We liked this so much, we're going to make a dedicated series about it. Woohoo! But not with you guys.
Not with
you.
All right. After these messages, we'll be right back.
So this Star Wars Life Day comic, I picked it up on Comixology.
Oh, it's there? Okay.
It not really, I'm not going to spoil it, but it opens with a lot of just like references to modern Star Wars stuff. Like, just to get you hooked.
We're Star Wars. We swear.
Yeah. We're just like this stuff that you like, I promise.
Like, hey, Batu, you know Batu?
Yeah.
Kanji Club? Remember we mentioned those guys? Memba?
They had merchandise this year I saw marketing for
Life Day.
like the Life Day
saw
orb.
like I want the orb mug.
Yeah. Wow. I think you could get the robe too.
I'll take the robe.
I saw the robe.
Yeah.
I'll just
it's just it says slanket. Is that what they're called?
That's what I think that's what it is essentially, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'm a Life Day denier.
The war on Life Day has begun, and Shannon has started it. Mm-hmm. All right, we ready? And we're back. Okay, before we find out what you guys have been consuming this week, it's Doctor Who, but it's also politics. So if you have a problem with that, shut up, or turn this off, or fast forward, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Or get some real problems.
Or get some real problems, yeah, because this guy needs some real problems.
Oh, I saw this. This is so fucking dumb.
Yeah. So there are conservative assholes in England as well.
All over the world.
All over the world.
Yeah, all over the world.
Yeah, thanks, Internet.
We just seem to have the most in America,
actually,
but they're all over the place.
From what I found out, it's Austria. Believe
Oh,
it or
really?
not.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's Austria, it's Italy, it's
Hungary.
Austria is on their, 6th wave of COVID?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're finally like, everybody gets shots so you don't have a job.
Well, this isn't even about COVID. This is conservative MP Nick Fletcher, best known for being really bad about trying to fake visits to his constituents, recently led a parliamentary debate for International Men's Day. Why this is I don't know.
I need one of
Every
those.
day is International Men's Day.
There it was. I was waiting
There
for
it
that.
is. That's the truth, though. This is written in IO9, so I love the way this is put, because the headline is "British idiot unfortunately granted position of power says Doctor says Doctor Who's female doctor makes men do crime." He says,
"What?
You'd think such a thing would be an opportunity for British officials to advocate for better mental health support for men, because roughly 3/4 of the people who died by suicide in the UK were male in 2020."
All because of a female Doctor Who.
Or anything
That's
useful
why.
instead of being a cudgel used by clueless people to complain when it's International Women's Day. But instead, Fletcher took the chance to rail against so-called woke initiatives.
So,
Here's
so
what-
wait, in this guy's mind,
Yeah.
kids are committing suicide because they're like, oh, wait,
Right,
what's this
right.
now? Doctor
Here's
Who
what he-
has a vagina?
Here's what he said. Everywhere, not at least within the cultural sphere, there seems to be a call from a tiny but very vocal minority. Half the planet is female. All right.
More than
That-
half.
More.
But he says it's a very tiny but
Small.
vocal minority.
Small minority.
That every male character or good role model must have a female replacement. One only needs to look at the discussion about who will play the next James Bond, and it's not just James Bond. In recent years, we've seen Doctor Who, Ghostbusters, Luke Skywalker, The Equalizer, all replaced by women.
But the Equalizer, like,
How did the
oh,
Equalizer
not the-
make it into that?
Not that cultural icon, the Equalizer.
Apparently, the Queen Latifah series is quite good, but he does mention Luke Skywalker, who was on TV last year in a new thing. Not a female. All right.
Yep.
He continues, men are left with the Krays and Tommy Shelby. I had to look that up because he was referring to Tom Hardy movie Legend about the criminal Kray twins.
Oh.
And then he's also talking about Peaky Blinders.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get some women Peaky Blinders.
And then he concludes with, is there any wonder we are seeing so many young men committing crime? So,
Yeah,
the
draw
reason-
that line from one.
That's a big leap.
Oh, but that's
Hope he
nothing.
stretched first.
No,
Jesus.
that's easy for these conservative
I know.
assholes. It makes sense to them. This great leap. You know, they can make these comparisons and say, see? And when you
Anything
point
to
out,
avoid taking the blame on themselves.
or doing something.
Doing
Yeah.
something or just facing true reality.
Like
or-
I said, all of these deaths by suicide by males in Britain, you could do something about that rather than standing on the floor of Parliament saying, it's Jodie Whittaker's fault. You know?
And not all of my emotions kept right here, developing an ulcer that will
Yeah.
ultimately kill me.
These are the same people who brought you rock and roll is evil and the video games are to blame and your rap music. It's the same people, just with different things. You know?
Yep.
This totally reminded me of this great fake headline I saw this week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Girl James Bond is foiled when villain places details of his evil plan in a pickle jar.
Because you can't open the pickle jar. I
to
get
be
it.
fair, we can't open pickle jars. It's not allowed. It's culturally banned.
Yeah,
Now-
that's a man's job.
That's
I'll
a
just-
man's job.
That's
And that's
I'd
actually from a new parody site that's Utah-based.
Oh, it is?
Called the Babylon Bee. And they
Oh.
are...
Oh, yeah.
No, Babylon Bee is. Are they Utah based?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Okay, I thought the Babylon Bee was a right wing parody site.
That's what I thought too.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you thinking of the right one? It's not the Babylon.
Oh, no,
You're thinking of a
Shannon's
different
getting
one,
fake
Shannon.
news. Shannon's getting fake news.
Shannon, Babylon Bee is a bad thing.
Well, but that makes me sad. It makes me laugh.
Sorry.
You got
Thankfully,
fake headlines for your fake
Yeah.
news.
Thankfully, some of Fletcher's peers in the debate were just as incredulous about his galaxy brain correlation. Labor Party Chair Annalise Dodd told Fletcher she thought that she had misheard what he said before simply adding issues facing men in the UK are far more complex than who should be the next 007. He was, it says here, he was just ripped to shreds on social media for 2 days. So he, of course, instead of saying, I fucked up, he had to double down.
Of course.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Love
That's-
it when men just double down on being the absolute worst.
That's what happened is you didn't understand my rather nuanced argument, he said.
Women, I know
He's
this
like,
is a lot.
He's like,
Do
I
you
threw
wrap
the
your head
fucking equalizer in there.
Yeah. I did not link a Doctor Who being female to crime committed by men, even though
That's right there.
we have the receipts.
Your words.
It says, I was in fact making a statement that boys and young men also need positive role models within the media, just as women do. Oh no! Where will they find them?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
no.
like we've got decades and decades of it.
We've got nothing but, for Christ's sake. God, these guys kill me. Anyway, all right. What have you all been consuming? Who wants to go first?
I have a really short list. I'll go first.
Okay.
I had a really busy, poopy week, and all I got around to watching was we did watch the whole season of Cowboy Bebop, and I really liked. Yeah, I think we watched 2 episodes last week, and we watched the other 8 this week, and I thought it was great. I didn't ever watch the anime when when it came out before, so this was my first experience with Cowboy Bebop.
And Tony, my experience, I've only watched, I think, 2 episodes, and I enjoyed it. And I've watched a few episodes of Cowboy Bebop, and I like the aesthetic and the, the concept and everything. So I dug it. But I asked Jen, I was like, "Something you want to keep watching?" She goes, "No, you can watch this one by yourself."
Oh, really? Because my wife really liked it too.
Oh.
Well, she's got Real Housewives shit to.
Oh, right. You got to catch up
90
on
day
that
stuff.
90 days. Fucking
So I really
my
enjoyed that,
house.
and I hope it gets a second season. And now I'm gonna go watch the anime because I liked the live action
Oh, yeah?
one. so
We'll
much.
see now that worked then.
See, and it's actually one of the few animes I actually enjoy.
There you go. And then I did get some time to play keep playing the Halo Infinite multiplayer that dropped a couple weeks ago. Man, they just hit it out of the park with that game, if you ask me. And the fact that it's free to play, it's a cherry on top. Super, super fun Halo game. Halo multiplayer's back, baby.
Oh, yeah. Good to hear. Good to hear. Now, Shannon, you were at a place with no TV, so you probably didn't consume much this week.
No, I did. I consumed things. It just wasn't the TV.
You should talk into your microphone about it, though.
Oh, sorry. I was looking
You
stuff.
tell him.
God damn.
Good job, Rebecca. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
He was doing important things.
I was looking up my stuff.
All right.
All right. Audible. A couple of books I've been checking out. Nick Offerman is a fantastic writer. He really, really is. And he has a new one called Where the Deer and the Antelope Play.
Aww.
And it's pastoral observations from him, whatever. And it's just very soothing to listen to. I finished my new buddy, Joe Pera. He's got a book called a bathroom book for people using who are not pooping or peeing, but using the bathroom as an escape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's fantastic. It's only like 15 minutes long. And got some great Star Wars books while I was in San Francisco. So the first one is Jeffrey Brown, who we all love, right? A Vader Family Sithmas.
Oh yeah, those are fun books.
Great.
Yeah, and it's really, really fantastic. And then this one, Be More Vader, Assertive Thinking from the Dark Side.
Okay.
And it teaches you how to succeed in business by embracing your dark side.
Oh,
but this one
watch
is
Succession, right?
Yeah.
This one is.
I need
you
to
guys,
catch
this
up
is
on
one of the
that.
most charming and wonderful things I've ever read in my life. Everything I need to know, I learned from a Star Wars little golden book. And it's basically just like a really cute treatise on growth mindset and don't give up and don't feel alone. And it's just cute. It's got great art in it. And and then one last thing that I actually did consume with my mouth. If you were ever in San Francisco,
yes,
there is a place called Bombay Love.
Oh.
No, Burma Love. Sorry, Burma Love. And it's just like curries and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Burmese style.
Oh.
And I'm telling you right now, I had one of the best meals of my life.
Well.
Last week. and I can't stop thinking about it. And I think I'm going to move. And, everyone lives on the street there, so I can afford it.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. They've got a killer homeless problem.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
it's because the tech bros bought everything and raised the prices.
I know. So about Burma Love, and I also had a really great egg salad sandwich.
A good egg salad sandwich is a wonderful thing.
Oh, this, Carrie, I'll tell you about it off air. You'll just,
he told me about it.
you'll plot.
Lots.
Egg, what about you? What have you been
Let's see,
consuming this week?
I finished up the Cowboy Bebop, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a fan of the anime. I've got it on both DVD and Blu-ray.
Well.
Yeah, physical media, this guy.
I was kind of iffy at first, and then episode 4 is the one that really sold it for me. That's when I was like fully hooked and in. And then soundtrack on it is amazing.
Oh, that's some of the best music.
Such great
yeah.
music,
good.
yeah.
So good. Let's see, what else? Did I watch something else? Oh, yeah, The Curse of Oak Island. I'm hooked on that.
What's that?
Well, yeah,
That's the one where they're digging a hole in Canada to try and find gold.
Oh,
There's
is
like
it
buried treasure, supposedly.
Oh, it's like a reality
Channel
show kind of
type
thing?
show? Or?
Yeah, Discovery Channel. They've been at it like 8 years, and they're actually finding some gold now.
Is it on,
8 years later?
Flakes.
Is
They
it
found some
on
gold
arts
flakes.
and entertainment?
No, it's on history.
It's on history?
Yeah. I started the new Neil Stephenson novel, Termination Shock. I'm enjoying that so far.
What's it about, Egg?
It's set in the near future where climate change has basically destroyed everything.
Sounds
So-
fun.
Sounds
Sounds
depressing.
fun.
Like
It will
the first couple chapters, the person is supposed to fly into Houston, but it's too hot, so the plane can't land. So they go to Waco, and then they smash into a whole bunch of feral hogs on the runway of the airport there.
Like 30 to 50 feral hogs?
Exactly.
Yeah, and one of them's gigantic and ate someone's kid, who is now hunting that hog like Moby
See,
Dick.
if you
Wait, hold on. What's this book called?
That doesn't sound like a problem. That sounds like future bacon to me.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. He already accurately predicted the future with the metaverse, so he's just
Oh, okay.
going again.
Wait, what's the name of this book?
Termination Shock.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and I really like his writing style. It's
Okay.
entertaining.
Rebecca.
It's set in Waco, part of it, and I've been there, so I'm like, oh, I know exactly where they are. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
All right, Rebecca, let's go.
Okay, I watched a couple. For a really shitty week, I sure watched a lot of stuff. One of my most favorite movies, Dogma. The movie that looks like it is a comic book adaptation, but it's not.
Now, real quick, did you watch the Alanis Morissette documentary? Since you
No.
talked about Dogma.
No.
Go watch that because
Okay.
it's about specifically that one album, Jagged Little Pill, and it takes place in that time where she was in that movie Dogma, and it's really, I've always admired her, but you're going to come away really, really admiring
Dang
her
it, I
after
love
this.
her.
Anyway, go
Remember
ahead.
when she was
Wait.
married to Ryan Reynolds? That was crazy.
Is that the documentary she hates?
She backed off on it a bit,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
But it's still her words, and anyway, go ahead, Rebecca.
I also watched The Harder They Fall. Phenomenal. Oh my
God
god.
damn, such a good movie.
Yeah, it just like literally we're 5 minutes in and my husband and I are both like, yeah, movie. Woo!
Here's how I felt about it. It was like non-problematic Tarantino.
Yeah. It was really good. Solar Opposites released a holiday special.
Nuh-uh!
Hulu. It's on Hulu. It's on Hulu. You can go ahead on and watch that. Hawkeye, obviously. Watched some Hawkeye.
Oh, yeah, watch that
okay.
too.
Yeah, I was just waiting for somebody to bring it up so we can all just blabber about it.
Well,
How good
before
is this? All right.
before we blabber about it, because I also just want to mention really quick. Finally watched Yellow Jackets, and holy shit, did that show do me a bamboozle?
Me and Jen watched the first, I think, 2 or 3 last
There's
night.
only 2. I'm so pissed. I am so pissed. I didn't wait until the show was fully out because now I have to wait weekly.
Oh
How
my
many
gosh,
episodes
Carrie,
are there?
She has to wait a week.
Oh,
not,
no.
Oh, not 30 days.
Yeah, but this show did
Not
me
30
such a heckin'
days.
bamboozle. This show got
Right.
me so so good. They're
A
like
week is 7 days.
they're like, hey, you know Christina Ricci? She's got a very distinct look, right? Like you guys,
Wait,
you guys
are you
know
gonna
Christina
spoil
Ricci.
something? Are you
I'm
gonna
not.
spoil? Okay.
I'm not. I'm just saying that. Just keep that in your mind. They just did such a phenomenal job.
But she's still dead sexy looking that weird.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, like I just
and I just like all the flashback shit. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait to see how this all happens.
There are a lot of people who said I refuse to watch this because of Christina Ricci and because of Juliette Lewis, and I'm like, don't let that.
What's wrong with that?
There's some anti-Juliette Lewis sentiment out there, and I just say, watch it, just watch it.
Is it
all
because
right?
she's too authentically herself?
Probably. Just watch this though. It's so good.
Oh God! Just the opening, you're like, what the?
Yeah, dude.
What the actual fuck is going on right here?
Yeah, yeah. And just the casting of the younger versions of the adults, and like the casting director did such an incredible job
because they look like them.
They look exactly like the older versions of themselves. It's incredible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think as it goes on, the stuff that's going to happen in the past is going to be fucking horrifying.
Because it's already pretty fucked up, but it's going to get worse.
It's going to get horrifying. Is my prediction.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so
excited.
To see
where it goes from that one scene, and you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway,
that's all. And then after Hawkeye, I felt like I needed a cigarette.
All right.
It was just so good.
Or as Scott, Jen's dad, thought we were saying, hot guy.
Hot guy or hawk guy.
Hot guy. I don't want to watch some show called Hot Guy.
Let's talk about it. I think we've all seen it. Let's not spoil it. We'll save that for Patreon.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
Tony
that's how far behind I am from this
Tony,
week, guys.
I understand, but
I mean, we can just talk generals in it.
I mean,
I can't judge yet because it's not done, but I'm telling you right now, so far, this may be my favorite Marvel thing on Disney+.
It's one of the few. I haven't read a whole, like I've read comics, but the Matt Fraction, David Aja, and Hollingsworth run is one of the few that I have read, and so whenever it's a series that I have read, I get 1,000 times more excited, and I finally understand how you guys feel about things.
Mm-hmm.
And so just watching this, I'm like, oh my god, it's so good.
The fact that they figured out how to still do that storyline
and adapt it.
Adapt it with the fact that in the movies he's got a family. Mm-hmm. They did it perfectly.
Yeah.
They could have done it better.
And one of the arguments I'm seeing online, and I'm starting to kind of agree with it, is that Marvel really should be paying the artist from the Matt Fraction run. What was his name again?
Matt Fraction should be getting Matt Fraction should be getting a lot of money for a lot
he
of
should.
I can't believe we didn't talk about this. So, because I shared this story because Carrie said he was interested in reading it.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
She
no.
just froze.
Oh, no, and we just lost her.
Okay. No, she's back.
She's
we
back.
lost
Okay.
her
I
last
know.
sentence. Say it
Oh
again.
no, I'm so
Say it
sorry.
again.
Am I still here? The thing is Marvel didn't even approach Matt Fraction. Rhys Thomas, the director, was talking to his friend Seth Meyers about the show, and Seth Meyers said, "Oh, my friend Matt Fraction, let me introduce you." And so that's how the introduction was made, and Matt Fraction was brought on as a consulting producer. Marvel
So
didn't
he is getting
even.
paid.
I'm sure he's getting some
Fraction, I
cheddar
would
as a
assume.
consulting
Yeah.
producer, but David Aja's getting. Who knows what he's getting because they've essentially stolen his artwork for the show.
I mean, look at that opening title sequence.
well,
It's
like-
all his artwork.
And you guys, every single poster.
Yeah.
Every single
Every single
poster.
poster.
Yeah.
And if you look at Kate's apartment, the first one there, it is right out of the comic book.
It is exactly from
right
the comic.
down to the red fridge and the tile. Everything about that. It's just like they said, they handed the comic book to a construction crew and said, make this.
Whoa.
You know, I mean, it's that spot on. You know, so these guys should be getting some money.
Well, and I'll tell you my feelings about this show, and I said it to Egg yesterday. I was like, I thought it was going to be good. I was pretty sure it was going to be good, but I'm like, it has no business being as good as it is.
And can we talk about how much Kate Bishop is just such not only the worthy successor to Clint Barton, but the the one in my mind now. She is Hawkeye.
It just,
Well, and they
God,
set it up
such a
in-
wonderful character.
Yeah.
They set it up in such a way that she's not. I think they tried very hard to like establish that she's not a Mary Sue. She does have a lot of like money and things needed to be a vigilante handed to her, but the opening title sequence is, you know, an exposition of her whole life, and it shows her that she's tried and failed and tried and gotten better, and she's not just naturally gifted in these things. She's actually spent her whole life essentially training to be a vigilante.
Mm-hmm. And Haley Steinfeld, she's
so good.
Wow,
So
she's
good.
good. Just
so good. You can't
Watch
take
this
your eyes
show.
off. You can't take your eyes off her when she's
when she's on screen, boom, just terrific.
And
oh, yes, Rebecca.
Oh, I'm
You cut out
just saying,
again.
like, this is essentially Kate's show. Like, it's,
Yes.
Yeah, it
it's
really
not
is.
just about like they are establishing she's the main character. Jeremy Renner's just he is there too.
But he's also doing great. It's so good. And if you can, try to watch it with somebody that's never seen one Marvel movie.
I kind of feel sorry for that person.
No, because it was really funny. It's like we kept. Wait, what?
Oh, lots of references.
Yeah,
huh?
like half the planet died, and we'd pause it, and I go, and we'd pause it, and I go, oh guys, because they thought it was hilarious, right? Oh guys, let me explain to Scott and Norma. Okay, so you see, there's a man named Thanos, and he works with a god named Loki. And they dispatched the Chitauri, and Scott was,
jeez.
And Scott was like,
That's what I mean.
Scott was like, shut up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I kind of feel sorry for somebody just wandering into this without a previous reference because it's so filled with private jokes for us, you know.
and I think honestly, this is the one where if somebody walked up and asked me, "Hey, I've never seen a Marvel thing. Can I watch this?" I'd be like, "No,
not for you."
probably not."
The thing I was having this conversation because Marvel has just made it really easy to make this a hobby. It's the low bar to entry. All you got to do is sit and watch movies, and if you're interested in learning more, there's so much other stuff you can do to learn
Exactly.
more. But they made the entry so low that it's just such an easy hobby to have.
But the writing in this, and all of our stuff, the writing is so good. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Everything about it.
And man, some great set pieces.
Oh yeah, everything about it is
and-
just perfection.
What I love is when Pizza Dog showed up.
Yes.
Right when Pizza Dog shows up, I scream out, "Pizza Dog!" And Jen goes, "Shut up, that's not a thing." And I go, "No, Pizza Dog is a Marvel thing." No. So I pulled up my stupid Candy Crush Marvel game.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is he in the game?
I pulled it up and I go, "Look, Pizza
See?
Dog. Pizza Dog's one of my supports." And in the game, he's like that same cute dog, and he's going, and he's got a pizza hanging out of his mouth.
Every time the Tracksuit Mafia says bro, I would lightly under my breath just whisper bro.
I love it. Like I said, I'm only 2 episodes in, and it could be my favorite Marvel Disney Plus thing.
It's so goddamn good.
Anyway, I am still going through Hitmonkey.
Oh, I'm enjoying that too.
I'm up to episode 7 or 8, and it's not for everyone, right, Egg?
No.
In fact,
I've determined it's not for me.
I described it to my partner, and she said, "No, thank you."
Yeah.
Good.
It's quite good. But the thing I've been watching the most this past few days, and again, this is also not for everybody, the Beatles Get Back on Disney Plus.
I really want to watch that, and I don't even really like the Beatles.
Here's the thing. I'll say this. You either will... I think you're going to hate it, Shannon. I do. I think you're going to hate it because, first of all, it's 3 parts. Each part is 2.5 hours long.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
Now, remember, this is just them recording their last album. Okay? That's what this is. It's it's documenting, and I can't even call it a documentary because what it is really is it's like, what if you were a fly on the wall while they were doing this?
See, but
Which means you're getting everything.
Well,
right?
see, Carrie, I actually think I'd really like this.
It takes commitment. I've watched the first 2 episodes, and that's the majority of what I've been watching because it takes so long. You wind up stopping and starting an awful lot. Now, I'm not dissing it. For me, I'm not recommending it for everybody. For me, I was quite enjoying it. But also, some of the things that I'm picking up along the way is John Lennon, Paul McCartney, both dicks. All right, I'm sorry, they're both kind of dickish, and I think it's because they're essentially children. And anybody who blames Yoko Ono for breaking up the Beatles, watch this.
See,
that was a response that I saw. That was a response I saw because Yoko Ono is continually being blamed for the actions of grown men.
Yeah, exactly. These are 2 grown men. All right, and when George Harrison comes to you and says, "I have a song," and you 2 shit on it, and he leaves the band that day, it wasn't Yoko Ono, all right?
Yeah, that's something else.
Well,
That's something else that was building.
And I will say there are a lot of Beatles songs I do like, but I don't love their whole catalog.
Mm-hmm.
But I do respect their skill and stuff like that. But one thing even I know is that George Harrison wrote some of their best songs.
Well, you're lucky you even heard them. If you watch this thing, you can see that you're lucky that it even got on the goddamn record because of those 2. Because it's all about Lennon and McCartney. And here comes George with, these wonderful little songs that are on the Let It Be album, which is one of my favorite albums. Let It Be is probably my favorite Beatles song. And he comes to them and says, well, here's a thought. Maybe we should do this. And they're like, nah. They just...
Fuck you, George!
And in the end of the first episode, it's not a spoiler because it did happen. He essentially, it's history. He just walks out of the recording session and leaves and goes home. And he was like, "Where's George? Where's George?" He goes, "He quit the band."
I quit the band.
So what do you mean? What do you mean he quit the band? He said he just said, "See you around the clubs, guys," and left.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
I bet Ringo comes out looking pretty good.
That's just it. Ringo just kind of sits there and lets things happen.
Just rolls with it all.
Oh, because he's smart. He's like, he's just like, I want that paycheck.
Yeah. I'll play the drums for whatever, guys.
He doesn't say much either. He just kind of sits there and pulls faces in the camera, and that's about it.
Right? Exactly. He's like, see,
so he gyms.
He's like,
he just gyms for the camera.
He's like, see what I've been dealing with.
No, that's exactly it. He's like, can you believe these fuckers? He looks at the camera like, can you believe these fuckers?
He's like,
but
he's sitting his head. We got a license to print money, and look at these dumb motherfuckers.
And you can tell though that he also realizes that I can try to point these things out to John and Paul, and it's going to fall on deaf ears.
Right.
So you tell me how to drum this. You tell me what you want, and that's what I do. And he does it because he wants to get along and cash that check.
Yeah.
You know? Where George has got some artistic integrity. He's trying to contribute. He's trying to do things. And then, as silly as that whole yogi thing and the Hare Krishna thing that George is, it was his belief system.
Right.
And there's John and Paul sitting there making fun of it in front of him.
Geez.
And he's like, well, if you guys would have, never mind. It's just, I feel so bad for George Harrison watching this. Anyway, like I said, it's not for everybody, but and it's a commitment. Like I said, it's 8 hours. So
yeah, I don't think I like the Beatles that much.
Honestly, I'll probably check it out.
And good luck, I say. It's
do so at your own risk.
Well,
endurance challenge.
Carrie, you know what? Yeah, I love the rock doc. I love history, and I have watched several documentaries or rock docs about bands I don't care for, but still come away going, that was really fucking interesting.
Did you say raw dogs?
Tony.
You know what,
Tony?
Tony, you're lucky you had a hard week, motherfucker.
Games, and we'll get out of here.
Oh, games. There's nothing this week. Come on. It's the first week of December. Go play some free
stuff.
Halo Infinite, Go play some of the stuff that just came out. What's Guardians of the Galaxy? If you got it during the Black Friday window, you got it for dirt cheap compared to what, I paid for it or Rebecca.
Do you have an
Yeah.
Xbox One copy I could borrow? Because I still haven't had a chance to get around to that.
Oh, I got
need
it
to
on
get that.
PC. Sorry, man.
I downloaded it.
All right,
I
sorry.
didn't want to go to a store.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
It's not one I need the physical media on.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah,
others.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
This isn't
you know.
one.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, well, thank you, Egg, for joining us. Thank you.
Oh, always glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks for watching
Yeah,
the
thanks,
dogs.
Egg.
It's
Thanks
great
for
to
watching
see
the
people.
dogs.
All right, Mr. B, if you would, please.
Hey guys, I think the ham's been drinking some white wine because it's saying some stupid shit.
Is it silly? Is it being silly?
And now it's picked a fight with Bill Nye.
It's fucking scary. Send help.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, YouTube folks.
Trevor said he got it for $25. Where'd you get
Yeah.
that, Trevor? Did you get a physical or a download?
I think you can get a physical
I
for
think you can get the
25 at
physical
Best Buy.
for cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Or
I need,
maybe
yeah.
Walmart or something. And you can just order it through their website and then just go drive up and they bring it to your car. So
Oh, good. That's
you
even
don't
better.
actually have to
Incredible
go in
first
or
world
whatever.
shit.
Yeah, right there.
Because we got some Omicron variant coming. Unicron.
I'm glad I got
Unicrons.
boosted just in time.
Should I go
Just
down?
in time to catch the variant that is
Yeah.
that doesn't
That
believe
probably
in vaccines or whatever.
it probably doesn't believe in the booster.
You know, I was actually listening to the news on the way over,
Yes.
and they said from the reports from like the places that it's hit.
Like the Netherlands.
Yeah, they're like it's not killing people.
They're like it's spreading, but it's not killing.
Yeah,
They're
and
just,
it's
we don't
like-
know yet.
Yeah, it just gives like a really mild symptoms, but still.
I guess the point of the panic is that it spreads faster. Is that right?
Yeah, and they just
And
don't
just
know
the
yet.
fact that it's a mutation in general, you know.
No. Okay.
But and
so-
like, don't forget, it wasn't that it was discovered and born out of South Africa. South Africa actually has really advanced, like a really advanced virology, like department or whatever. And so they just discovered it. But it's actually like I think it came from like New Zealand or somewhere.
Oh no, I heard this lady. She's from South Africa, and she's just pissed. And she's like, "Why is South Africa getting locked down?
Yeah.
Why are we being isolated? Right? It's like why aren't the
Yeah, they just
Netherlands? Why aren't
identified
they
it.
this? Right?
Yeah.
Why aren't this? Why aren't that? And it showed up in England, a couple of cases.
Yep, it's in Amsterdam as well.
So, yeah, it's just
Yay.
you motherfuckers get a fucking shot, you pieces of
All right.
shit.
I'm going to end the broadcast now. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you all.
Goodbye.
We'll see you
Bye-bye.
next week.
Bye.